This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting live from the Margaritaville Terrace on Fort Myers Beach, 100 feet from the Gulf of America. Here are your award-winning social media superstars, the hosts of Beach Talk Radio, Kim and Ed Ryan.
Yeah. Thank you all for coming. And as you can probably figure out, this is a one-man show today so far. Kim is not here. She ran a 5K this morning. She was a little under the weather, like a cold kind of thing. And I said to her this morning, "Are you gonna, if you weren't signed up for the 5K, would you go out and run your regular run this morning?" And she said, "No, I wouldn't, because I don't feel too well." So she went over. I said, "The only reason you're going over there to run this is because I registered you for it, and she doesn't like to waste money, or she didn't want the $30 to go to waste." So she came in third place in her age, despite the fact that she said she crossed the finish line and barfed because she didn't feel well. But she has another medal, so I'm never going to hear the end of this one. And, of course, I was planning to ride the 100-mile bike ride tomorrow in the Tour de Cape, but I've got this nagging sciatica thing where I feel like such a wuss that I can't even walk. So congratulations to my wife, 2 medals in a row now for the last 2 weeks. So yeah, and she will be back tomorrow. I'm sure wearing both of her medals when we do our show with the mayor at 10 o'clock at Wahoo. So a couple of quick updates. The fashion show for the Community Foundation and Santini Plaza. I just sent a text to Jan because, as you know, those tickets sell quickly. There's only 35 tickets left for that. So I believe you go on the Community Foundation website for that one. If you want to buy a ticket, that's going to be on Saturday, February the 14th. That's a wonderful event in Santini Plaza. Santini Plaza is popping with activity. So you go on the Community Foundation for that one. And Anita's involved in that a lot with her store, the Islanders. So check that out and support the Community Foundation. And also, I did want to give you a quick update on Carol, 151 Miramar Street, who was our guest last week. And we had over 200 people watching live because there are a lot of people that are interested in what goes on with permitting and things like that. And she did meet with the town after the show last week. We will ask the mayor more about it tomorrow, but it wasn't resolved. And what Albert and Carol did tell me is they are planning to give her another code violation, this one for something different. So it wasn't resolved, at least to her satisfaction, but we'll ask Dan about that tomorrow when he comes on the show. But today we have a wonderful show lined up for you. So the first guest I want to tell you about is Ellen Vaughn is here from the Friends of the Mound House. There's a spectacular event coming next Saturday, January the 31st. It's going to be held at Diamond Head, and it's really a unique event. And Ellen is going to come on with James and Serena, and they're going to tell us about this spectacular event. Ellen, welcome again. Have we got a chance to get an update on your trip to Brazil since you've been back? We always have to get that.
Yes. So we were in Brazil for a month. My daughter and her family lived there, and we had a wonderful time. We were scheduled to go to the Amazon. Notice I say we're scheduled because 2 days before we were to go to the Amazon, my 15-year-old grandson self-diagnosed himself with an appendicitis. And you know what? He was right.
Wow. Well, how old did you say he was?
He's 15.
Is he going to grow up to be a doctor of some sort, or?
Well, he knows how to use Google.
I see.
So having had, the surgery went swimmingly well, but when you've just had an appendicitis, you can't go to the Amazon.
Really?
So, yeah. So you can't, yeah, whatever.
But I'm sure it was a great time.
It was. We had a fabulous time, and then we spent. While he was undergoing surgery, we spent the time undoing the entire trip, which was not an inexpensive undertaking, and we recouped most, but not all. So,
When you say undoing the trip, what do you mean?
well, we had reservations at
Oh.
at an eco lodge, literally a structure on stilts in the Amazon,
Wow.
and we had all these tours lined up, and yes, we had to undo all of that.
Have you done that before?
No,
Oh, that would have been a first time.
absolutely.
When,
absolutely.
of course, because I'm not very smart. So when you go to something like that and with a house on stilts in the Amazon, are you living there for a week, or what was the plan? And
Exactly, and you're going to be off the grid. There was no internet, so we're all stockpiling articles and books and
oh, I see. Did
yeah.
they drop you in by like a parachute or something, or how do you get to that?
You go
place?
by boat
Oh, by boat, right up to the house.
right up to the house. Well, which is, I mean, the fact that Liam's appendicitis happened 2 days before was a godsend, because can you imagine if we were in the Amazon?
Oh, wow.
It would have been,
You would have had to do the operation yourself.
well,
Ellen.
or we would have had to. Can you imagine if we had to have a plane come in and collect
Oh,
them?
that would have been
It would have been,
unbelievable.
yeah, it would have
Well-
been awkward and expensive.
And painful, I'm sure. What were you expecting to see from that house? Like, what is?
Oh, you take little trips, and well, not little trips. You go out on you go on hikes, and you go on kayaking, and you go on boat trips. And the Amazon is actually two rivers that have joined together, and it's the Yellow River, which has a better name, but I can't pronounce it, and a Black River, and they actually live in the same riverbed for like almost 2 miles. It's 1 point something or other kilometers before they join together to form the Amazon.
Wow.
And the Amazon is the second longest river in the world.
And the first is, what's the first, Dave? Is that right?
It is the Nile.
Very nice, Dave. You are so smart. You shouldn't just be on the Murph committee. You should run for town council. So when you obviously, I'm guessing a house like that in the Amazon is not cheap.
Precisely.
Were you able to recoup some of your investment there
Well,
because
actually,
of what happened?
They gave us a credit, so we have to go within the next year.
Oh, what a shame. You have to go back. So I'm sure you will.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, by the way, if anybody doesn't know, Ellen is like the volunteer on Fort Myers Beach. How many organizations do you volunteer for?
Well, I'm a member of probably, well, I was talking to Julie about this. I think there are about 13 not-for-profits on this island, and I'm a member of at least half of them,
Yeah.
and therefore volunteer somewhat, sometimes with almost all of them.
Yeah. And I don't know how you find the time to do all that, but the Friends of the Mound House, I think I know you wouldn't do this because they're all your babies, but I have a feeling the Friends of the Mound House is close to the top because of.
Well, I'll put it this way. The Friends of the Mound House is my oldest child. How's that?
Gotcha.
Okay, when we started living on the island, and I decided I would get to know people by joining things, I became very active at the Mound House. And this was when the Mound House wasn't even opened as a museum yet. We were just sort of a gleam in the eyes of people. And in the ensuing years, the Mound House has become, well, we refer to it as the jewel of the island.
Mm-hmm.
And for those that don't know, the Mound House is a historic house structure on top of an archaeological mound, and it's owned by the town of Fort Myers Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And it had been lived in until the mid-1990s. And when the last owner passed away, the estate was going to sell it to developers.
Wow.
And some people formed themselves together in order to save the Mound House, and they succeeded in talking the town into purchasing it. The town acquired the property in the year 2000. The town had only been incorporated as a town since 1995.
Right.
So you have a baby town acquiring this structure, and what are they going to do with it? So then there was an intrepid group that formed themselves together and later incorporated to be the Friends of the Mound House. And they put together all the teams that put it all together. And many of those people, unfortunately, have passed away. And you know many of their names.
Yep.
Yeah. And
So you have an event coming up. But
We do.
Before we get to the event, I don't know why I get a kick out of this, but when people say it's 19 degrees below zero in Michigan and it's 6 degrees in Boston, I kind of like hearing that because this is going to be one of the nicest days we've had right here so far. And I know the country is in for a big freeze everywhere, but if you're not here yet, sucks for you because your flight's probably going to be delayed. You should have thought about this, but I mean, it's really going to be cold all over this country, and I guess we're going to get a little bit of cold, but I mean, it's all relative.
exactly. It's all relative. Yeah, like I'm wearing long sleeves.
Yeah.
I still think it's
I don't know
cold.
why I'm wearing this stupid sweater, but I mean, when you're down here this long, 70 degrees is cold. So
Exactly. In fact, I ran into a neighbor who had just driven down from Michigan. They arrived on Thursday night around midnight, having made the trip. And he said there was a 91-degree temperature difference between Michigan and
no,
here.
thank you. No, thank you. So the event
So the event is so it's a murder mystery dinner theater event, and it's going to be held at Diamond Head starting at 5 o'clock on January 31st. And the theme, I'm going to leave the theme and the whole details of the murder mystery to Serena and James to talk about. I'm just going to say tickets are still available. So if you go to if you go to the Mound House website, you'll see it's one of the first links, and we have a QR code. And if that doesn't work for you, there's also a link to Eventbrite, which is how we're selling the tickets.
And this is next Saturday, so there's 1 week left. There's about 50 of the 100 tickets that are sold. And folks, this is a huge fundraiser for the Mound House, the Friends of the Mound House. So if you could please, even if you want to buy a ticket and donate it to somebody in the community, or if you're not in town, if you're stuck somewhere in the cold, you're helping out the Mound House if you can do this. And if you could buy a ticket, donate a ticket, it would be of great help to the Friends of the Mound House. But this is a very unique, something I don't think has ever happened on Fort Myers Beach.
Our first time performing on Fort Myers Beach.
So tell everybody who you guys are and what your organization is.
Okay, first of all, thank you very much for having us here. And my name is Serena Gibson, founder of Gibson House Mystery Performers in Southwest Florida. Just a little bit about us really quick. My father is the original founder about 30 years ago in Northern California. And of course, I got my degree in acting directing, was raised here, went to California to be a big movie star, did my bid up there, and then came back home here. And after the hurricane, I decided to start something new that Southwest Florida didn't have. So I took what I knew and started Gibson House Mystery Performers here about 3 years ago. And now, so we're in our third or fourth season. I think it's 3.5. And our murder mystery event at Diamond Head, the fundraiser proceeds go to the Friends of the Mound House.
And I will just interject that last weekend when we had another event on the island that I was promoting this event, people said, "Oh, I really would like to go, but I'm already booked for that night. Are you going to do it again?" So hopefully this is such a raging success that this is something that we do on a regular basis.
Oh, yes, that's good news. So we travel all over Southwest Florida, yes, and we do live murder mysteries for country clubs, restaurants, and it will be our first murder mystery here on Fort Myers Beach, which we're really excited about.
And it's for a very good cause.
Yes, very good cause. So now my friend James, he is from California originally. Well, you could tell his story, but he helps me a lot with the artwork, and he is a playwright for a couple of our mysteries. So I'd like for him to do a little introduction of maybe about himself and the show that we're going to have next Saturday here in Fort Myers
Before that,
Beach.
how did you guys meet? How do you?
I guess, I did shows for a father in California for about, I don't want to date myself, let's say over 15 years.
I see.
And and then he eventually retired, moved back to Florida, and I kept doing them out there for California. But then I bought a condo in Seattle, just thinking it was a good idea at the time. And yeah, I live in Seattle now, so it's I think 30 degrees last time I checked, and I'm flying back tomorrow. I only come out here to perform a couple shows a year, like about eight or 10 shows a year.
We did 3 shows this week. Well, we have a show tonight, so that would be his 3rd show this week.
Where is the show tonight?
Cypress Woods Golf and Country Club in Naples.
Gotcha. And so where were the other 2 that you did while you were here?
Where did we do these other shows?
We did Stone's Throw Restaurant in Cape Coral on Tuesday night, and where was the last one?
No, I don't know.
Oh, gosh. We take one at a time.
That was 1962 Vegas show. Elvis Presley.
We're doing Murder by Vegas this week. So I have
Vegas. Let's sing some songs.
I make it worth his while to fly down here to Florida.
How many members of the organization will be performing next Saturday here?
A six-person show, isn't it? Yeah.
Most of our scripts are about 5 to 7 actors.
Yeah, this one, if you've seen the Maltese Falcon, you'd know exactly who these characters are. Humphrey Bogart and everything. Although there's been a slight twist. I did the show for like 20 years, and finally they tell me, "Oh no, it's been updated. It's no longer 1932." It's like, well, what year is it? Oh, it's 1985. All right, okay, that's great. I don't know how this works, and it's no longer a Maltese Falcon. It's a black parrot. So I'm writing a script, a little synopsis last night, and I got to change everything. So this is all kind of new to me too, but it sounds really fun.
So
I wish I could be in it.
The show is The Case of the Black Parrot Brigade, 1980s. I'm representing 80s here, Miami style. So you could dress up with us. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you do a costume. They have a costume contest.
We
and
do
you
have
win
a costume
prize.
contest, which we're gonna plot that all out today. We're just in time delivery on all this stuff.
Okay,
right?
good. Yes, it's okay.
So all of you guys are going to be in costume for the event. Is that?
Yeah, I think that one's. Well, I mean, it used to be 1930s costumes. Now it's 1980s. Whatever you expect the 80s to be. And
Yes.
your memory.
I
of
don't
the
want to
80s.
give the show away, but does the show start off with somebody getting killed?
It's a little different than the movie. People
I've
will-
never seen the movie,
All right,
so
well, I got a whole synopsis of how it starts.
Yes,
so,
he's going to do a little skit, but most of our scripts are 4 scenes, and we do after half of the script, someone dies. They get shot, poisoned,
yeah.
and then we pass out solution cards at the end, and then they guess the murderer, and you win a prize, first, second, and third.
And I'll just say how our format's going to be at Diamond Head. So this is a served dinner. So the arrival is at 5:00, and it will be cocktail hour, and then dinner will be served in courses, and we have a time sequence, and the Diamond Head staff is really ready to run it, stay on schedule with us. So then the evening will progress.
Yeah, this isn't one where you actually have to perform. You can be in the audience because some people do not like to perform. They just want to sit there and watch a show, and they get scared. And you're going to come and make me be an actor or a character. None of that. You can actually sit and just watch the show. I mean, at the end, you got to help guess who did the killing and all that stuff. But you don't have to perform.
Yes,
And anyone I've talked to that has gone to a murder mystery event, because there is a murder mystery train event here in Southwest Florida, they rave about it. So as I was nudging Serena that maybe this is something we can do on a regular basis.
Yes, I do. Gibson House has about 15 or 20 actors under our belt, and a few of our actors do work on the murder mystery train. Yes.
So I totally lost my train of thought about what I was going to ask you. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
I like James to do a little scene.
All
Well, a few of the characters from our show
I
that
see.
we're going to do
Oh, I know what
Saturday.
I'm sorry. So there is going to be a quiz at some point for the audience, right?
Yeah. So after the 3 scenes, someone's going to get murdered. I don't want to give anything away, but it's a murder mystery. You probably already got that. So someone is going to be dead, and one person is going to deliver these cards to each table.
I
They
got
pick
you.
a team captain. There's about, 12 to 15 questions, and they all kind of work as a team, discuss what they saw in the evening, and say, oh, what about? And they probably argue a bit because one person is going to pick one, killer, another person. So you always got that little contest of who thinks they're right. And then they hand them back to us. We go take them in the back room, and then the last scene kind of comes out, and people perform the last scene, so they actually see what happened.
Great
Too late to
idea.
change your answers. Then you're locked in, and then we come out and introduce the actors, thank the serving staff, and maybe happy birthday to people, and then we announce the winners.
How long is the whole event?
About 2 hours total. So a 15-minute scene, 15-minute break, 15-minute scene, 15 minutes. So about 2 hours.
All right, let's hear what your skit's going to be.
All right. Again, if you know Maltese Falcon, you probably have an idea of who Humphrey Bogart and these people are. So I kind of adapted to that. Anyway, all right. Obviously, I didn't memorize it because, I'm not in it. Folks, it's a strange tale indeed, but I swear to you, it's all true aside from the parts that I made up. It started back in 1932 in San Francisco, where my secretary, Isabel ringing, she came in walking into my office. First of all, Sam, you've been dreaming again. It's 1985, not 1932, and this is sunny and hot Florida. Well, most of the time. Anyway, there's a woman here in need of your service. A dame? Again, Sam, 1985. Abroad? A chick? You know what? Just dame is fine, Sam. Just go with dame. Why send her in, sweetheart? Send her in. You can go on in. Grazie. Hello, Mr. Shovel. My name is Restore. Joe Restore. Joe Restore has a nice ring to it. Yet I want to hire you to find me a statue of a black parrot. You sure it's not a falcon? No, not a falcon. Not even one with a nice crest. No, it's a parrot. It's been stolen. I pay you a lot of money. No, goodbye. All right, so the chick, the dame, she came in and she left, someone else comes in. Hello, Mr. Shovel. I hope you don't mind. I let myself in. Not at all. What can I do for you? My name is Kish. Kish, it's Keshkin. I want to hire you to find a statue of a parrot. Now, did you know parrots are big this time of year, apparently. I will pay you a lot of money, $5,000. Again, this is 1985. Fine, $10,000, goodbye. So Kesh left, another guy walks in. I'm not even sure what I'm paying my secretary for anymore. Hey, you Sam Shovel? That's me. Dude, I'm like Billy Club. This is my 80s part. I know, told you I work at him. You don't look like a goat. What? Continue. My boss, he totally wants to have a word with you. Who's the boss? Sounds like in the television show. Anyway, his name is Bear, Teddy Bear. Does anybody knock anymore? I want to hire you to find a statue of a black parrot. You are clever, yes, but I collect birds. I have birds from all over the world. I have a falcon from Atlanta, a raven from Baltimore, and a seahawk from... it's not even a real bird. Anyway, fine. I'll find you guys this elusive parrot, and you can all fight about who gets to keep it. My job ends there. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's my case. I'm actually quite shocked how it turns out. I can't say anything else. You have to show up to find out if I ever do find a parrot and who here gets to keep it. To get your tickets now, don't be late because I'll know. Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you, James.
So that's going to be part of the show on Saturday.
That's kind of the synopsis of the opening, and then people coming in and out of his office want to hire him. Again, might be a murder. Can't give it away, but yeah, that's the show.
Will you be doing all the parts?
No. Again, I got to get back to Seattle. There's I guess a big football game going on tomorrow. So.
Oh, you're not going to be here next week.
No. I did my 3 shows already, so
gotcha.
My work is done. But I've got 6 other actors. Most of them are local. I'm the only person that actually flies in from 20 states away to kind of perform here.
Now, how much did you get paid for those 3 shows?
It almost covers my airfare.
That's nice. That's good.
If I do 3 shows, I might make $1 or $2 for beer, but it's
So
more of the labor of love. It's been about 25 years of performing for me. So when the company moved, I still fly to California and do shows. I fly here to do shows. So if they want to pay me to perform, I'll get on a plane. I get a lot of miles.
There are lots of labors of love in this world, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good hobby. I consider it. It's not the day job. It's a hobby, but it's fun.
Did you ever act in like something where you made a ton of cash? Or?
Not a ton. I did a few. Yellowstone. Did you ever see Yellowstone?
Yeah,
it's a great. I'm not in it, but it's a great series.
Okay.
No, I did a lot of extra.
You're a comedian, obviously, on the weekends.
I did mostly background work in TV and film. There's a few movies I can say. Yeah, there's me in the background.
Name one.
Let's see, The Matrix 2.
Oh wow, you were in the background there.
I'm driving a car in The Matrix 2. American Fighter.
Wait. What is a background driver in The Matrix 2?
All right, there's a scene where they're all these...
Let me finish my question. What is the background driver in The Matrix 2 get paid?
Minimum wage.
No, really. Come on. What'd you get for that movie? Nobody's watching.
Again, the extras get at minimum wage, whatever they can get away with in California. And I think I don't know, it's probably like $7 or $8 an hour.
And then you got to give it all to the government in taxes.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. So for everything I've done, I like. There's another movie, American Fighter. Now that one, if you watch, I'm in the front row and I'm kind of like cheering on a fighter. It's sort of like when I was watching them film it, I think this is kind of like Rocky. Was
it like a UFC fight?
Yeah.
Who were the stars in that one?
It's got the guy from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
The guy with the accent, Irish guy.
No idea who that is.
Met him.
Yeah, he's very tall. He was in it. He's a funny guy because he actually sat there during all the shooting and tried to make people laugh, and the people got in trouble for laughing, and the guy's just having a blast. So he's a cool guy.
Any movies that you've been in that you want to share?
No, just theater.
Oh,
no
theater,
movies.
Gotcha. Yeah. So
I auditioned, but did not.
What is your favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie of all time? Yeah, I kind of like anything World War II-ish, or I don't know. It's a kind of gaudy thing. Platoon is one of my top favorite movies. Some great quotes, some great acting. And I just got back from 2 weeks in Vietnam, so it was
really,
yeah.
Were they friendly to an American?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's so much has changed since 1975. So it's amazing country. Very cheap, very cheap.
And they call it the American War.
They do.
Yep.
Well, the North won, so they can call it whatever they want now. Yeah, but
Yeah.
everything that's 50 years ago. So it's
True.
just so welcoming. It's can be difficult to get around. I mean, it's traffic is insane there. So, but it's a beautiful country.
They still have rickshaws, or they have cars?
Yeah. You can find little people on all sorts of things. It's like you've got the juxtaposed present with the past there. People wearing the hats, riding water buffaloes next
Wow.
to like a condominium.
And is it okay to call them little people like you just did? Is that, or is that?
Did I didn't say little people. What did I say?
You said little people.
I don't know what I said. I don't think little.
Cut.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
The average height is short.
It's
but
the
anyway.
80s, man. Get it to the 80s.
That's right.
Come on, bro.
So do
Run.
do many people speak English?
Yeah. Anywhere you're in a tourist area, you
Okay.
speak English. And I tried to learn a lot of the language. It's not like a simple language. It's a very difficult
Yeah, yeah.
language. So I
What-
just kind of gave
What
up.
is a tourist area in Vietnam?
Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City is definitely, and Hanoi. Those are like the top, and the climates are different. Like up north, it's like Northern California, it's freezing, and then back
I would
down,
like to do a
it's-
show from Vietnam. Dave, would you go with me? No, not.
I
you don't
tried
wanna
to
go
do a podcast in Vietnam. I a friend of mine would do a podcast, and we got about 1 minute in, and the feed went. It was too choppy,
no
so-
internet yet in Vietnam.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was not easy, but it was worth a try.
It's probably a very sophisticated city.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth going. Again, it's cheap. I mean, a bowl of pho there is $1 in
A
some
what?
places. Pho,
what?
pho.
Oh,
The-
we're in trouble if you don't pronounce this right.
Is that like a hot
Pho
dog or
soup.
something?
It's the
It's
the
like-
soup,
I
like this kind of a noodle soup. Yeah,
I don't think
It's
I'd
really-
eat. I
I
don't
mean,
think
that's
I'm
a-
going to eat any soup in Vietnam. I'm gonna bring a can of something.
we probably don't need much soup here either.
Yeah,
it's
it's
too
too
hot.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get circle back to why
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys are here,
Oh,
and that's
that's right.
because we have a killer event, so to speak, on Saturday, January
Ah.
31st, at the Diamond Head, which is right up the street here, where there's plenty of parking, and it's next Saturday, and it's all to benefit the Mound House. You can go on the Mound House website and buy a ticket. You can donate the ticket to somebody. It's a fundraiser for the Mound House. And anything else you want to say about it, Ellen? Let it rip.
Just to say that the whole existence of the Friends of the Mound House initially was established in order to preserve the Mound House. That's been done. So now we financially support it. The town owns the Mound House.
Mhm.
As everyone knows, post Ian, the town's finances are a little precarious. So the more we can raise to support the Mound House, the better it is. And because the Mound House is frankly a huge draw for the island.
Yep.
I was sitting there on Wednesday, and we had more than 40 people come.
Sweet.
When the weather is not beach weather, we get lots of visitors to the Mound House.
Yeah, and if you're not going to go to the event on Saturday, another way to support the Mound House is by going for a tour over there, and I'm sure it's a nominal fee to go through the Mound House.
Right. And if you become a member of the Mound House, then entrance is free.
Yeah, and you
And
can
there, we have lectures and we have
Mhm.
all kinds of events.
and
Oh, and there's a movie on the Mound February 21st, a free movie on the Mound.
do you know what the movie is yet?
I do, but I've forgotten it.
Okay.
I think it's
It's a family friendly movie, whatever
absolutely-
it is,
I think it might be
Unforgettable.
Treasure something or other.
and it'll be on the grassy knoll
Yes,
there
yes,
where you
yes.
guys used to have events. And if you go in the basement of the Mound House, you can see a plaque with Dan Hughes' name on it, right?
Well, that's not the basement. That's the first floor.
The first floor. Okay, I thought it was in
Okay,
the basement.
so for those that are not in the loop, I mentioned that it's an archaeological site. So the people that own the property in the 1950s put in a swimming pool. So they dug into the mound. This is a purpose-built shell mound. Well, when the town acquired the property, the first director was an archaeologist, and she recognized that if you took out the swimming pool, you'd be in the mound.
Mm-hmm.
So we had this wonderful exhibit, which we called Stories Beneath Our Feet, where you actually went into the mound, and we had a video that talked about the excavation and all that had gone on. Unfortunately, we survived Ian and got it back operational again, but then Debbie, Helene, and Milton did it in. So currently it's closed, and we have to, their initial engineering work indicates that it's not stable. So lots and lots and lots and lots of money will need to be raised
Yeah.
if we were able to ever open it again. So that might be something that we take on in the future, but not anytime soon.
All righty. So thank you guys for coming on. The event
Thank
is
you.
next Saturday, January 31st, and the beginning time that you want
Fi-
people there is 5 o'clock.
5 p.m. 5 p.m. It's a casual show up. Show up between 5 and the event itself will start at 6.
All right. And that's next Saturday at Diamond Head to support the Mound House, a great organization here, the Friends of the Mound House on Fort Myers Beach. Thank you, Ellen. Thank you, guys.
Oh, thanks
And
for
we'll
having us.
see you-
Thank you, Ed.
Kim, we'll see you next Saturday. Big hand for our friends from the Mound House. And before we get to our, let me see
Beach
what I
Talk.
got
This
here.
is Beach
Nope. There we go. Before we get to our next set of guests, I'm going to try and make it through this whole show without having to go to the bathroom, Perry. But if I do, you're going to host the show. Dave, that's right. Dave is good at it. Speaking of Diamond Head Resort has a premier golf view on the 8th floor. We have a rental here for you. 3 weeks are available next month. A perfect location here on Fort Myers Beach for only $2,300 a week, which is a steal during season from February 21st through March 14th. You can be on the 8th floor of the Diamond Head Resort. We have a wraparound view, 1 bedroom, which sleeps 4 double sliders to the Gulf Lanai. A beautiful view of the nice long beach now that they have with all the beach renourishment that was done. You need to call Bob right now before it's gone. 248-877-3939. 248-877-3939. Diamond Head Resort, the place to be. It's less than a mile from here. So within walking distance, of course, of the Island Pancake House, the library, and Times Square if you want to get a few steps on. So give Bob a call right now, 248-877-3939. All right, our next set of guests are from the fabulous Women's Club here on Fort Myers Beach. They had a great event last week, and they also have the St. Patrick's Day coming up. So I think we have Dawn and we have Deb coming down to tell us about the St. Patrick's Day Parade, and also we want to thank everybody for the great event last week here. It wound up here. The Putt and Pub is the Barb coming on too, the boss? Barb is over there. She's got to come on. Barb is the president of the Fort Myers Beach Women's Club. Grab your microphones there, ladies. 2, 3, and 4 in that order. It doesn't really matter what order. But I am a member of the Women's Club, which dudes are allowed to be in the Women's Club. So please go on to the Women's Club website, which I'm going to let Dawn tell you because I always screw it up. It's got a dash in there. But I think it's, what's like $50 a year, $100 a year or whatever.
$75 a year to join.
Got it completely wrong. You become a member, and what we ask of you is volunteer at one of the great events that we have, like the Putt and Pub from last week. So let us know exactly how things wound up, Dawn.
Okay, well, we want to thank everybody who joined us last weekend, as well as our sponsors, which I will name in a second. But we had 400 golfers showed up on the beach in their costumes, and they went around to 12 different restaurants and bars around the north end of the island. We ended up raising $70,000, and we gave back over $60,000 to local nonprofits in the end. So those checks are going to start being cut next week.
What a fabulous finish to the event here at Margaritaville with the new setup and the new stage. And it was just a great time, and the weather couldn't have been better.
We lucked out on the weather because it was cold and rainy, and then was it the next day we had that crazy black wind storm that came in at 1. So we were really thankful. King Family Foundation was our main sponsor, and this year we had numerous sponsors: CCMSI, Eisner Amper. I should have brought my folder. That's how unorganized I am this morning.
One job. You had one job to do this morning, was to read the sponsors. Now she's going to do it by memory.
I am going to do it by memory. Suncoast Beverage, Southern Glacier Beverage, Innovation Engineering.
All new sponsors, it sounds like to me. Some of those are new.
Some of them are new. Some gave a little more. Coconut Jacks and Sweet Melissa's, Margaritaville, and Beach Talk Radio, and Breeze Newspapers.
Oh, very nice.
And
some people still read
and
the
Alex
newspaper?
King Realty.
Yeah.
That was it. That was it for the main sponsors. And then we had numerous people give for our prize packages. We had really nice prizes this year for everybody. For the winners, we had best dressed, best costume, best name, first place score, second place score, Duffers Award, and best hole. And the best hole this year was Margaritaville's, which was amazing.
Was great with the alligator in there.
Yes.
And you guys had great prizes for the folks that won. And the winning, I don't know if you saw the picture of the winning costume, but it was very creative, where they look like, I don't know, they got hit with golf balls or golf clubs, and there was, fake blood and golf balls. I don't know how they did it, but it wasn't something that you would just go on Amazon and buy. There was a lot of creativity.
It looked like professional makeup. And they were called the Moaning Mulligans, and they had golf balls sticking and clubs sticking out of their head and their body. It was like next level.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Which is always funny because we get new people who sign up every year, and they come in usually with a T-shirt that says the putters or let's golf everybody. And then they see everybody else's costumes and they're like, oh, I need to step this up. So then the next year they step it up.
Yes. was a great event, and for some reason I thought it was. I don't know where I got 35th annual event, but I don't think it's been 35 years. Has
14.
14 years. Wow, that's still a lot.
Yes.
So at each hole there was a 501c3 that was kind of like the babysitter for the hole, and that's kind of how does the money get distributed? By the way, how do you do that?
So we the way we break this down is the women's club is responsible for marketing. We also get all these main sponsors that I listed. We do all the prizes, and then we work with like Southern Glacier and Suncoast Beverage to do drink specials at each bar and location. The nonprofits create a bag or a gift package that people come in the morning when they get here and they register to win. They buy raffle tickets. So they get to keep all that money. And we pre-sell those online ahead of time. So at registration on Saturday morning from 8:30 to 10:30, it's chaos, tons of people there, and they're buying raffle tickets and they're looking at all the gifts and things like that. And then as the golfers and people who are visiting our island are going throughout the day, they can register at each one of the bars and restaurants. So the nonprofit, we come back, we count all those tickets, they get their money 100% back for that. And then we take all the other funds raised and we have a formula that we divide it up and give back to all the nonprofits. So they get a portion of all the money that we call out and we try to get these sponsors to give us. So it really is a win-win for one day of work.
Awesome. And the next event that we have, anything else on the Putt and Pub, or are we good?
No, but how about I switch with these two? Oh no, I'll just move that.
You can sit right there. I mean,
okay, go ahead.
So the next event we have coming up is the St. Patrick's Day Parade. And for anybody that doesn't know, the Women's Club took over the St. Patrick's Day Parade from former Mayor Ray Murphy last year. And I think it was a lot of unknowns about how that whole thing was going to turn out. But it was bigger than I think anybody thought. It started in Santini Plaza and came up to your old location on Sterling. And this year, you guys got started after last year's parade with a committee. And I'm guessing it's going to be bigger this year. So Deb and Barb, welcome to the show. It's always great to see you. And
thank you. Always great to see you.
Yeah.
Too.
And so tell everybody what the plans are for the parade.
Well, first of all, we want to thank Alex King Family Foundation. They are the ones that are our sponsor for putting this back together on the beach.
And I just want to say it's about time Alex King stood up to sponsor something on the beach. He's been holding back for so long. Obviously I'm kidding. The King Foundation, he sponsors everything, which is it's nice to have somebody on the island like that. So it's nice to get things started with a donation like that. So thank you to Alex.
It truly is. Alex has been great with the Women's Club. He will be the Grand Marshal this year. So we're excited to have him do that. It will be Saturday, March 14th. We will have the floats lining up around 7:30 that morning. They will shut Estero Boulevard down on either side of the parade route at about 8:30. So people that are coming to the parade, we ask that you get there, find your place on the street by 8:30 before the roads are shut down. The parade will leave Santini Plaza at 10 a.m. and work their way north down to 175 Sterling, and that's where our after party will be. For those people that are sitting along the parade route, and if you're just craving a beverage in the morning, the bar at the after party opens up at 8:30 a.m. for those that need a splash.
Oh boy, everybody will be there. Nobody will be on the parade route. No, so do we have? I know I get to be a pain in the neck with this, but where are we with the marching bands? How many do you have?
You always want to know the marching bands.
I love marching bands.
We have 4 of them this year.
Nice.
And that with the marching bands, we do donate back to the high schools for that money to go towards their band program. And so we budget the monies to have 4 bands each year, and they were begging to come back.
Sweet. Who do we have this year? Do you know the names of the bands?
Why don't you say, Barb?
Dunbar High School,
Very nice.
Cape Coral High School, South Fort Myers High School, and Island Coast High School.
Great.
We're so
Awesome.
happy that they're going to join us again.
Yes.
And last year we had 49 floats.
We actually had 46 floats.
Or 46. I'm not allowed to talk about numbers.
And you're not. And at the after party, it was somewhere around 1,500 people.
Yeah.
We are expecting between 1,500 and 2,000 this year. The after party is bigger and better than what we had last year. We have doubled the size of the tents. There are 2 live bands instead of 1 live band. There's 5 food trucks instead of 3. We've got a full stocked bar for both general public and the VIP tent. We'll have green beer in with the truck, and then we've got little beer troughs that'll be stationed throughout the event for people that just want beer, water, or a seltzer. They don't have to get in the big long line.
Yeah, and I
keep those
believe
lines short this year.
believe you ran out of beer last
That
year.
is not happening this year. We didn't know what to expect last year.
Right.
This was the first time, and we're like, we have so many people signed up to have a float. We're like, no one's going to be watching the parade. And we were just blown away when we saw the number of people along Estero Boulevard. And then at the after party, Barbara and I kept looking at each other going, oh my gosh, people came, so we're really excited for this year.
And you had, who are the bands that are playing at the after party?
CC Rocks and
Okay.
Driftstone.
Right. And all these things cost money, folks. So if you want to sponsor the parade, you have sponsorships available. And how do people get information on that? I'm sure it's on the website.
Yes, it is.
It's on the website, or reach out to either Barb or myself. If you go onto our website, which is www.fmb-wc.org.
Or just Google Fort Myers Beach
Yes.
Women's Club and it'll come up.
Yeah.
And there's a where you could inquire in there and send an email. Just ask for that information. We've got it posted on our website. We've got some flyers with us today. So just reach out to anyone that you know in the Women's Club, or reach out to Ed, and we can get the sponsorship information to you.
And really, our website, there's all the information is listed on our homepage. So if you click through, you can find an email to contact us, and we will get back with you.
Yeah. And
Immediately.
What time does the parade start, so people know when they can start setting up on, let people like to put their chairs out early and things
You
like that.
definitely want to, like I said, get on the parade route prior to 8:30. They will shut the street down at 8:30.
8:30.
The parade kicks off at 10 a.m.
Yeah, and you do have, at least last year you had parking at the Women's Club lot. Are you doing that again this year?
Yes, and I just got confirmation from the Fort Myers Mosquito Control District that they are going to open their gates and let us use their parking area too.
Oh, isn't that nice of them? Very nice.
You won't
of them.
get bitten.
Are you charging for parking? Is it free?
It will be $10 at the mosquito lot, and they will have people there that will get people in and out, and along the streets you can park. I mean, it fills up quick. So what we do suggest to people is they get there, find their spot. The Women's Club property, that's where all the floats will park.
I got you.
And for those of you who don't know, that's at 175 Sterling Avenue on the beach. For those who, pre-storm is where the car wash was, and our historic building was behind there, but now it's just a big lot like a lot of other places.
Yeah. And so 8:30 is when the street closes. So just keep in mind too that if you're coming from the south end and they open the street, it doesn't mean you're going to be able to drive all the way to Times Square. The parade will still be going on. That's what happened last year.
Estero
Just
should
be
be
patient.
back open to the public around 11 a.m.
Right, 'cause
As
the parade
soon
starts
as
at 10.
everyone from the parade gets in, then they will begin opening the road again. And one thing I do want to say, last year it was just let's get things going again on the south end of the beach. This year we are making this event to be a fundraiser for the Women's Club. As you all know, we lost the building. That's why we have a lot to park the floats on. But we are really working hard to try to raise the money to be able to put some shovels in the ground to put this building back up.
Yeah, and I would just like to stick my nose in here a little bit. The Women's Club building plans have passed the town council's first vote. I think there's one more public. It's just a foregone conclusion that you're going to get approval for that. You've seen pictures of the new building, but now we need to raise the money. And one of the ways, in addition to the fundraisers, is you can go on the Women's Club website. You can upload a picture to the Yellow Army wall and the wall in the Yellow Army Lounge for $50. Your picture will be up on that wall forever. It's a tax deductible donation, and we really have until the end of March to be able to do that. And we need a lot of help for that wall to happen. And it's $50 if you can upload a picture. You're there forever on that wall. When people go into the lounge, they're to enjoy the lounge. And we need our followers. We really need our followers to kick in there. one $50 donation. Look, you're all going to die. We're all going to die, and you're not going to have the money buried with you. So please, that building is going to be there for many, many years. So if you could do that, that'd be great.
And I'll add to that. We are about a third of the way to our total. We need about $4 million based on the plans that we have listed. And for those of you who don't know, we hit it hard last year in August, and we raised about $800,000 in 10 days. And then sadly, Helene and Milton came into town and really put a halt on the momentum. We're just revamping again. We have a little bit of normalcy. We waited until after hurricane season this year, so we're ramping back up. There are so many different ways you can give. There are ways that you can have naming rights on the building. We've got different levels. It's all listed on our website. But this building is not just for us. It's truly a community building for all the things that we do for the island and on the island. It's a way that other nonprofits can use them for an event or a wedding or some kind of retirement party. Because as we know, as we all start moving back and things are coming, the buildings aren't coming back as fast as we used to have. And we don't have a lot of options here. And as part of our mission that we give back to the nonprofits on the island, we really want to work with them and be a team member with them. So I encourage you to look at our website and see what we're about. As we said, with the Putt and Pub and with St. Patrick's Day, it's not always raising money for ourselves. We're raising money for this island and a lot of times for the businesses. I do know that the business owners were really happy I got feedback on Saturday that the amount of people that came through, that ate and drank, it increased their
business. They were all saying it was a great day for business. So we're trying to give back in every possible way that we can. And we've got the Christmas Tree Festival, which again gives back to the nonprofits, the Putt and Pub, and now St. Patrick's Day, that we're doing things for this community. And we just really want to continue to be a stronghold and well known in the community as a place that it's where we give back. So you can go on our website, beachtalkradionews.com, and we have the information about the pictures there, or you can go on the Women's Club website. And, once you do a $50 donation, you can share that with somebody you know and explain it to them. That's the only way we're going to be able to get it done. $50 at a time is not a lot, but you do need a lot of people when you're raising that much money. So if you could do that, that would be great.
Do you want to do the winner?
Oh, yes. By the way, the last 2 days, anybody that bought a picture, the prize that we had was the tickets to the Boston Red Sox. Somebody that follows us donated the opening day 2 tickets, great seats.
Is it 2 tickets or 4 tickets?
Oh, sorry, you're right. I think it is 4 tickets. It's 4 tickets to the opening day. I think they're playing a college baseball team opening day at the stadium out by the airport. So we're going to draw the winner here. Did we take the guy's name out that said? Okay, we took them. Somebody bought 20 pictures, but he said he wasn't going to be in town. So Teresa Butler is our winner.
Congratulations, Teresa.
I'm guessing we have her information online because there was no phone number. I'll give that back to you to give to Teresa. You get to enjoy the opening day of the Boston Red Sox spring training, which I can't believe baseball season is starting already. So any other things about the parade or the Women's Club that you guys want people to know about?
At the parade, at the after party, there is a VIP tent. I just wanted everyone to know that those tickets are selling quickly. The VIP tent allows you, you have seating for you. You're in the shade. It's comfy seats. There's a little swag bag cooler full of goodies. You've got your own private bar. It's just a way to sit back and relax and not have to worry about being in the sun all day. We do have another tent that is for anyone that wants to sit there, but it's not as comfortable of chairs. It's just not as cozy, should I say that. And so anyway, those tickets are available for sale on our website as well.
Did you say how much they were?
They are $100. It also gets you 3 drinks, food vouchers, along with all the goodies, the own private bar area. And it's just a lot of niceties to have. And the fans are great to keep you cool.
Yes. It was a little hot. It was a little hot last year, if I remember right. But I think Prison Lady played last year. Is that right?
They did. They
were fabulous. So,
and I think Barb's going to talk to everyone about the prizes that we're offering if you're looking to have a float in the parade. Yeah, you will register online for the floats.
Okay. The prizes are first place, $500, second place, $300, third place, $200. They're for non-motorized floats, golf carts and cars, motorcycle, vehicles with trailers. So you have all kinds of options to decorate everything to try to win that first place prize.
But there's just 3 categories, though.
Yes.
So the non-motorized, and then there's a category that's golf carts, cars, trucks, motorcycles. That's one category. And then if you have a trailer, that's the third category.
So decorate your golf carts. Anybody's welcome. You can walk in the parade. We have people in costume who walk. We had Irish dancers last year.
We'll have
Oh,
Irish
gosh.
dancers this year.
We'll have Irish dancers this year.
I love
But
Irish
anybody
dancers.
is welcome. And again, if you go to our website, we won't say it, just Google Fort Myers Beach Women's Club. On the front, it'll say click here to learn more about the parade. And it has the parade entry and the payments and all the other stuff that you need to know.
Sweet.
Get your
Anything
green
else?
on.
All right.
Oh, I do have one more thing.
Hit it.
Just if you are interested and want to learn more about us, we have our meetings the first Wednesday of every month at 6:30. Our locations change monthly. Again, why we would love a clubhouse. This next month's at Lovers Key at 6:30, but our calendar online does show every month where we're located. And come check us out and learn a little more about what we do.
Yeah, and if you're out of town and you just want to be a member, please do that. Everything you do to help would be great to help us rebuild the building over there. It's really going to be a fabulous building for the entire beach for the community. So if you can help out in any way, it's just a $50 donation, and we need a lot of $50 donations. So please, I'm going to keep pushing this out until the end of March, and after that, it's over at the end of March. So. We did get a few pictures in the last few days, but we need a few more in the next few. So if you could do that, it's simple. You go online, and if you can't do it yourself, somebody's going to follow up right away and help you get the picture up there.
Reach out to us.
Yeah,
We're here.
and the wall is really cool because you'll be able to see the wall when you get in there. And I think you touch the wall and the picture comes out or something. It's not just a wall, a dinky little wall. This wall costs money, but it's a really nice feature in the building.
Well, let me explain for people to understand, and it's on our website, but if you've ever seen one of those photos like of a horse and you get in really close and it's made up of a bunch of little pictures of whatever, could be of people, and then when you pull back, it's a picture of a horse. That's basically what this is. It's a 12-foot by 12-foot wall made up of small pictures of everybody on the beach or people, what they uploaded, their dogs, their kids, their grandkids. And when you pull back, it shows the whole island. And then we'll have an interactive computer on the left-hand side where you can type in your name and you can say, oh, I'm over here by that turtle or I'm by the dolphin. And that's where you can see yourself. But when you pull back, it's just a big mural.
Yeah, and this is something like the Mound House thing, which is creative, a little more creative for next week, other than just, selling raffle tickets or something like that. You get to see a great event. This is something creative that'll be in that building for decades to come. Certainly after I croak, which could be the way my back feels. It could be the end of this freaking weekend. But no, thank you all for helping out so far. And please share that information about the Women's Club. We love the Women's Club. Yes, dudes are allowed to sign up for the Women's Club. So please do that if you can. And we will see you all at the parade, which is Saturday, March 14th. All right. Thank you, ladies, for coming on so much. We love the Women's Club. Big hand for our friends from the Women's Club. We have one more segment to go. And but first, I need to tell you about another one of our sponsors, otherwise known as sponsors, Power Block Builders. Home by Power Block is an elevated home builder committed to helping families and communities recover after the devastating impact of hurricanes. The team specializes in creating resilient, safe, and beautifully crafted homes so you can rebuild not just a house, but a home where new memories can flourish. Because, living in Florida and on Fort Myers Beach is all about the memories. We've made a lot of memories on this beach. Most of them I can't remember right now because of my age, but, you have plenty of years left in your lives to make memories. Please call the construction sales office at 239-849-1919, 239-849-1919, and also Alex King. There he is again, not only sponsoring every event on the beach, but sponsoring our show because he's just a good guy. Their slogan says it all. Dreams are created and lifestyles are elevated. They've done the research and the homework so you don't have to. they're meeting with the builders like Power Block and others, and they'll educate you. So give Alex King a call at 239-219-0336, 239-219-0336. And congratulations to Rita. I don't know if you saw the Alex King website, but Rita sold like a whopper of a house. It was like a $1.4 million house. Was it on Egret Street? I think it was on Egret Street. But anyway, you can go on the Alex King website and see what Rita sold. So congratulations to the Alex King Group. It's nice to see properties and houses being sold on Fort Myers Beach. It's nice to see places opening like the Whale and food trucks like Detroit Dog, period. So we have one more segment left on our show, and we're going to talk a little bit about the speeding boats going on in the Back Bay. And our two guests for that are going to be two people that have been kind of meeting on a committee for the last few weeks to try and see if there's a kind of a resolution to slow down the speeding boats on the Back Bay. And that's Mary Torgerson, who has a house in that area, and Dave Nussbaum, who is the chairman of the Marine Resources Task Force Environmental something or other committee here on Fort Myers Beach. So grab your microphones, folks, and I will turn them on. And first of all, Mary, real quick, is there anything that we missed about the wall? Because you're also a big part of the Women's Club. Did we cover everything about the wall?
I think you covered it
all. Right, cool. Dave, did we miss anything about the helicopter, or are we good with that? The helicopter guy?
I'm good. You didn't mention anything, and I'm good.
No, that was well handled, and you guys got him to move off out in the water a little bit more. So your meeting was well attended and success there.
We think so.
Yeah. All right. So I don't want to cut you off if you want to add something. No. So you guys have been meeting. Kind of what brought this all about, Mary, that you guys wanted to kind of start a meeting with a group of people to talk about what's going on with the speeding boats?
The waterway, the Back Bay waterway from Bowditch to Publix is slow speed minimum wake. Even way before Ian, it was an issue. After Ian, there wasn't a lot of boats, so it wasn't an issue. But as we're having hurricane-free year seasons, and more boats are getting back on the water, and business is booming, which is great. We want all our businesses to do great. But the speed zones in the Back Bay are not being followed. I had several conversations with the mayor about even just boats that may be coming from boats on the mooring balls, dinghies, that type of thing. And it just kind of evolved to who are the key players. And so back in November, before Dave got involved, we had a roundtable meeting, invitation only, and we were able to, Monica Lynn worked with me on it, and we were able to bring LCSO Marine Unit, FWC, the county, Coast Guard Auxiliary, the harbor master for the mooring balls, to a roundtable and talk about what do we do and what are the concerns, and not who's not doing what. It was all about how do we create community awareness to get other people invested in the manatee zones. And that's what they are, is manatee zones. That's why the slow speed minimum wake is there. And, I went through, even with the county, I said, well, what about people on paddle boards? And people are driving through and they have a 4-foot wake and they knock people off the paddleboard. People are responsible for their own wake. The only thing that's important in the bay side is that it's a manatee zone. So
yeah,
as long as they're following a slow speed minimum wake. And a minimum wake apparently means different to a lot of people.
Yeah. And so, there's nothing worse than seeing a manatee with some kind of boat injury. There is. If it happens to a dolphin, same kind of thing. But really, it's just brutal to see those kind of injuries, whether it's just bumped by a boat or hit by a propeller or something like that. But so, Dave, this seems like it's right up your wheelhouse for your committee.
Well,
he wasn't there for the committee, so let me correct that.
I was not there for the committee. I was there at Mary's invitation, kind of as a condominium representative for the condos on Fort Myers Beach.
I see.
And kudos to Mary, and she's very humble, but I will say this, she literally took this topic by the horns, got the appropriate people together on the first committee and started not only asking what the problem was, but what we could do for solutions. And so I came in kind of on the second round as a condominium representative, but I recognized at our first MRF meeting, because I had heard about it, that she had tackled this, and it's a big issue. And I got invited to the second meeting, and the message that, and I'll let her go out, but the message is, if everybody in the community all gets on the same page
Yeah.
and talks the same story, tells the same, gives the same information to everyone, it's going to help improve. But again,
So the video that I posted came from Ryan at Salty Sam's. That guy was ripping through that area. Is that a lot? Does that happen a lot, or is that out of the ordinary?
I would say it's a frequent issue. I probably have 30 videos of boats on the back bay doing greater than slow speed minimum wake. And I just want to, just for quick clarification, our first roundtable went so well that really the people that have the information, they're the ones that said, bring other stakeholders to the table. And we will do a second meeting with you, which was huge. So they all came back for a second meeting, and those stakeholders were short-term rental companies, condominium associations, liveries, which are boat rental companies, marinas, and resort property owners. And Matt Hansen, who is the owner at Salty Sam's, he invited the couple by the name of John and Laura Good, who run a website. And one of the things that we're working on to spread this continuity of message is a website or a web link that is specific to Fort Myers Beach, so that when someone comes here and they don't know exactly what boating around Estero Island means, that they can go to a link. Example, Scott and Jackie own Sea Gypsy Rentals, and they can add it into the check-in information. Thinking about renting a boat, here's what you need to know about our waterways.
Yeah. You know what I was just thinking about? It would be a good idea for us to, well, not me, Kim, because I don't like the water, but for Kim to go out on a boat from the beginning of that Manatee area to the end at the right speed, so you could see how fast you're supposed to go. Because if you watch that video from yesterday, that guy was whipping through like there was a boat actually looked like he was doing the right speed. Correct. And you would think the guy would look over and say, hey, I think we might be going too fast here. And one of the other things that Ryan told me was that not only is it about the manatees, but those wakes. I don't know anything about boats, so he told me that when the wakes are like that, they go up against the boats, and then the boats are hitting the docks, and they're doing damage to the other boats. And I don't know if that happens on a regular basis. It's really more about the manatees, I guess. But it would be great to know what the speed is when you're in a boat watching it, and then somehow get that out to people. Because I think, as we've been discussing offline, it's a combination of people just being a-holes and people not knowing. I mean, there's probably enough of that to go around.
I think there is both. I think there are people that genuinely don't know what the speed is back there, because I'll see people planed off, but then they'll see a sign at Matanzas Bridge and it'll say idle speed, no wake, and they will slow down. So do they choose which places that they follow?
Is there enough signage in the water for a first-time boat driver in that area to know?
I would have to say yes.
Okay.
With the caveat that you have to be looking for it.
Yeah.
If you choose not to pay attention to the buoys, the signage on the buoys, so on and so forth, you can speed right through a no wake zone sign and continue on your merry way, and it's like drivers.
But don't you guys think clearly the signage that's in that water now isn't working? For whatever reason, it's not working.
So we've gone all the way in our boat from Bowditch all the way up to Publix. There was some things that came up. Vice Mayor Safford went with us. An example, between Hurricane Pass and Publix, the channel is really wide there, and there is signage on the north side of the channel. But if you're going southeast on the channel, you're more on the starboard side because boats pass port to port. It'd be really hard.
All
to
that
read.
language you're using right there, I have no idea what that means. So,
Well,
but I'm sure boaters do.
Boaters do. And one of the questions we asked is, can we put the slow speed minimum wake sign on the other side of the channel as well? Very reasonable explanation. We can't, because the markers on that side are triangles, and you can't put a square marker on a triangle channel marker because it's confusing to boaters. So I'm getting the nut of our problem. Yeah, because at night, if they're trying to do nighttime navigation, seeing a square on a triangle marker may confuse them as to where they are in a channel.
Yeah.
So
okay.
that's a safety issue.
I gotcha. So what's the solution then? I mean, if you got this big group of people together, what is the solution that everyone kind of thinks we need to come up with if it's a problem? I mean, Jim Hockett got on my page. He said it's not a problem. I mean, what?
I wouldn't agree with him.
Okay. I mean, so let's assume for a minute that it is a problem. What do we do?
I think as Dave mentioned, repeated consistent communication. And I think the first step in that for a lot of us is being able to get one piece of information that is, again, specific to Fort Myers Beach. I told, there's FWC, Southwest Florida Boating, I think, and Lee County. They all have information on their websites, but you have to look for a long time to find something that shows up for Fort Myers Beach. So John Good is starting to look into compiling some of that information for us. A lot of short-term rentals have said, yes, they will include it in their information. It was really helpful to have Matt Hansen from Salty Sam's come. I think they reported to you they're going to put signs up on their docks.
Yeah, I talked to Ryan yesterday because I asked him for the video, and he said that he was designing brand new signs to put at the end of his dock. Now, I don't know how many businesses can actually do something like that.
Ryko Marine said they were going to try to as well.
Yeah, and one of the things, and I mentioned this when I was at the meeting, is they showed an interactive map which pretty much designated where the no wake zones were, where the manatee areas were, so on and so forth, and pretty much spelled it out. And it was, frankly, and I'm not a boater, the first time I had seen that map. And I said, if we can clean this map up a little bit, and then make it electronic, and then give it to everybody, it'd be simple. And so that's one of the things that came out. And I immediately went back to our condominium and pushed that out to everybody renting and to all of the owners and said, here's a map, gonna get better, but this is what you should use. And if we can clean the map up a little better, if that's the map we want to use, we can spread that out to every condominium on Fort Myers Beach.
Are you confident that the places that rent boats are telling people, listen, this area here is a manatee zone, you got to go like 0 miles an hour?
Those that were in attendance. So another thing I learned in this process is that that liveries, and that's what they call them, short-term rental boats, have a very stringent process that they're supposed to follow. So they do have an education process. So if someone from North Dakota for the first time ever is here, they have to like if they go to Salty Sam's, they have to watch a whole informational video. They have to say that they're aware of the laws. And I think all of the boat rental places around it do it. I've heard your boat club does an amazing job. I haven't rented boats from.
I would like to go to like Salty Sam's and go through that whole process, like videotape it. So, or the boat club place, just to see the kind of education they put you through. And Diana wants to know if we could post the map. I'm guessing. Did you send me that already, or is it different than what he was talking about?
I did send you the chart. I think that's.
Yeah, I looked at that chart and I saw all the red things and the dots and I got my eyes crossed and stuff. So it did seem like it was a lot. You're trying to find out what the legend says over here, and I'm looking for little manatees on the map. But I mean, I think if it was simplified in some way, it should say slow the F down. That's really all you need to do. I
can give you the PDF of it for your listeners. We are working on a Fort Myers Beach specific site.
Cool. Yeah, and I think there was a solution that I thought was wonderful. Somebody had. Are you allowed to sit on the end of the dock with a paintball gun and just splatter somebody that's going too fast? I mean, is there some rule that would prevent you from doing that? Is that
probably not? But
if you have a paintball gun, I have a dock.
But we we did get a commitment from the Coast Guard
Yeah.
that there would be increased
There you go.
surveillance, and from the auxiliary Coast Guard that they would be out there as well.
I think if Marcino went out there with one of his new toys and just ticketed a few of those people, man, that would calm things right down. We need to see him out there, on the top of one of his toys and all jacked up in his bulletproof vest. And
well, and if we could get a couple of pictures and put it on Beach
Yeah.
Talk Radio,
hell yeah.
of
Well, like that
somebody
video.
getting a $500 ticket.
Is that how much it is?
I think it's $88.
Oh, come on. That's not even worth it. I mean,
All right.
jeez. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, and I think that's part of the problem is I believe LCSO Marine Unit has 4 boats
Covering
and for all of
everywhere.
League County. I mean,
Yeah.
you think about the Cape and you think about the river and St. James. I mean, that's a big area to monitor for 4 boats, and you can't be everywhere.
Right.
But one of the things we can do as a MRF committee is go to Lee County and say, we'd like to increase the fine for speeding on
Yeah.
the Back Bay.
Yeah. I
And
mean, how
that's
do you, there you
that's
go.
something we can do as a committee.
Take it to
and
the
go
council.
forward and
Yeah.
take it to the council and say, would you like us to pursue
That's
this?
a great
or-
idea. It should be a $500 fine or $4.99.
It should be like speeding on
Yeah,
on
like
the
a super
interstate.
speeder. Like they have these super speeder laws now on the roads.
I mean, an $88 fine. Some guys can reload their cooler for that.
Yeah, yeah. I know a few in this audience that could reload it for a lot less. So, do you plan on taking this committee, like maybe a committee meeting that's public, open to the public, would be very useful, I think. Get boaters there, do a big shebang somewhere, maybe at Salty Sam's or a Cantina Marina where it's right on the water, and in the backdrop where you could shoot the camera in the backdrop and watch the speeding boats go by.
And my hesitation is that opening it to the public brings out a lot of finger pointers. You didn't do this. These people don't enforce that. And that doesn't help. That doesn't get us to a solution where we become unified in one message. And so, if someone else would like to take the roundtables to a greater, and I'm calling them roundtables because we're just sitting down for a discussion and trying to find a solution. I personally don't want to take it to a level of everyone's invited and everyone has an opinion, because real work doesn't get done that way. I don't
Well,
feel.
Dave, your MRF committee's on a roll, man. Maybe you should put this topic on another agenda.
I think we're going to work on that.
Awesome. All right. So where do we go from here? What do I do? What do you want me to do? Probably nothing, right? Just stay out of the way.
I don't know. I like I said, I'm excited that we've already started making some progress. I'll be glad to update people. I'm sure, if Dave's taking it from another perspective, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We'd be glad to give updates and
Cool.
Whatever we can
Well, yeah.
do.
And if you're out on the water and,
And if you
see
want videos, I'll
if
forward
you're
them
out
to
on the
you.
water and you see a speeding boat, send me the video. Yeah. I
And
mean,
I-
there's nothing anything can be done after the video.
I think having this as a topic on your show will do
Yeah.
a lot to help, and just updating as Mary goes along and continues to refine what the committee is trying to do.
How long would it take me, or Kim rather, in a boat from Bowditch to the end of the Manatee Zone? How long is that boat ride if you're doing it at the right speed?
It depends on the size of your boat. It really does, because
All right, an
like our
average
center,
boat.
like if you were looking at our center console, it would probably take 20 to 25 minutes.
Is that unusual for a wake zone, or is that a long wake zone, or is that a?
It's a long wake zone. It's from
Okay.
Bowditch to Publix.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
all the way to Publix.
All the way to
Gotcha.
Publix.
Yeah, I think part of it is getting a video out there so people know how fast they have to go and how fast they can't go. I mean, I think part
I'll,
of it
I'll
is
give you a
that.
video. FWC actually does have a video about what it means between idle speed, slow speed, and regular
Maybe we need to
operation.
have somebody from FWC on too. I mean, down the road or something, or maybe you're already planning that. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't really matter how long it takes. What everyone has to remember,
It is the rule. Yeah.
it's a protected reserve back there.
Yeah.
And you just have to plan on it. And if you don't like the rule, if you don't like the fact that you're violating a protected reserve, don't buy a house there.
Yeah, I heard they're going to do helicopter races on that Back Bay there. Is that true, or is that
I saw that. I saw something about that. Maybe the helicopter could intervene.
chase the boats away?
I
Yeah.
said maybe he just
Oh,
needs to
gosh.
land on them.
You know, I swear I haven't seen a manatee yet this year. Have you guys seen a manatee? You probably see them all the time.
I've seen one.
I haven't seen a manatee or a dolphin yet this year.
You won't
so-
see them now. They're up the river, staying warm by the power plant.
Oh, is that the Manatee Park? Is that where they all go up there? Awesome. So, Dave, when is your next meeting now that you're the Grand Poobah of committee meetings? How many people did you have at that last one? Like 30, right?
I don't know. It was there weren't a lot of empty chairs.
Yeah, and it was like a regathering of the recall committee too. You had the whole section of the recall committee there. So, and Monica was there, and you know, Monica should just be in charge of things like that because she seems to be able to, you know, she's hugging a dolphin one day and then she's getting things done another day. So yeah, and she's calm, cool, and collected. Yeah,
And she's very
smart. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, she's speaking at the library today. There's something going on at the library today, and she has she's talking about her book. I think it's today. So if you're, I'll make sure. Is that today, Ron? Is it today at the library, Monica? Oh, it started at 10 o'clock. So she's speaking right now, so she can't hear me talking about her. So no, but she's great. She's got great videos of the dolphins. She knows what their names are somehow. So, or maybe she's given them names. But have you given any of your manatee friends any names, Dave?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Answering your question, Ed, we meet the second Wednesday of every month.
Gotcha.
At Town Hall.
All right.
And again, I just want to put kudos to Mary for putting this all together.
Yeah.
This is a classic example of a resident here that recognizes a problem and reaches out to everybody involved, not to complain about it, but to try and find a solution.
Right.
And you know, again, I think it's phenomenal.
Great. All right.
Thank you.
All right, and I will put a link up to all the paintball guns on our website right after the show is over if anyone's interested in that. And thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for the work that you're doing for this community. It's fabulous, and we'll keep you posted on the speeding boats in the Back Bay. And if you have any videos that you'd like to share, please send them along when you get them. What did I want to tell you about? We're going to do the drawing right after I shut the Facebook off. Tomorrow's show at 10 o'clock with the mayor. He's back after a week off. He went to some golf cart convention in Cape Coral. That sounds exciting. I'm sorry I missed the golf cart convention. No, I think it was like a big boy toy kind of thing. But he's back tomorrow. We have a lot to talk about, including 151 Miramar. We're going to ask him about the meeting they had and also what the real rules are on these temporary use permits here on Fort Myers Beach, and plus a lot of other stuff. It's always great to have the mayor on Sundays at 10 o'clock. Don't forget to check out the Mound House website and get your tickets for next week's murder mystery, and also to get on the Women's Club website so you can help us rebuild that building. So thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow. The wife will be there with her new medal on from her race today. She came in third place in her age. You know, third place is nothing but second loser. So, you know, sucks for her. But here I am, unable to move. But she got medals in the last two races. Thank you all for coming out today. Have a great weekend. Go Seattle. Bye-bye.